Okay, early to bed, early to rise makes a woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. That's why you're wiser than me. It's Stephen.
Hi, I'm Maurice. I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
Hi, my name's Monroe. You've probably already noticed that I have incredibly blue eyes.
Hi, my name is Phil. Most of my friends call me Big Phil.
Okay. I like to talk to people deep into the night.
I play guitar.
I'm Eitan.
Hi, I'm Fred.
Hi, my name's Mike, and if you're sitting there watching this tape smoking your cigarette, well, hit the fast forward button, because I don't smoke and I don't like people who do smoke.
I'm not afraid to get sand on my tuxedo if you're not afraid to let the wind mess your hair up a little bit when I take the top down.
Perhaps even a nice bath
The
with some
eMilitia
champagne.
Podcast, Episode 55, Valentines Double Feature, The Boys. Enjoy fuckers.
No.
That's inherently false.
It's better. The lager's better, man. It's better. I used to drink amber exclusively, like at Mexican restaurants, but then one time she brought me the lager instead of the amber, and I was like, damn, this shit slaps, dude.
I gotta be completely honest though. If you're drinking
a toasted
lager,
marshmallow stout the other day, that was so amazing.
Stouts are hard for me, I'll be honest.
Like, I don't even like toasted marshmallow. It was so fucking good.
if you're drinking a Mexican lager and you're not drinking a Sol, you're fucking up. First of all,
Not drinking it, what?
Sol. It's called a Sol, like SOL.
Oh, the brand?
Yeah, yeah. And first, and then secondly, like, I mean, if you're gonna do you like the Modelo Amber? Have you ever had the Modelo Dark?
I don't know if I've had the Modelo Amber. I've had Modelo. I like Modelo.
Yeah, the Modelo is pretty solid. I think it's better than Dos Equis in general. But.
Well, most Mexican beers you got to put lime in.
Yeah, agreed.
You guys ready to go?
Yes.
All right, Guns. You want to do the intro, or should I?
I'll do the intro. I'm good.
All right. Give us some energy. Introduce everyone.
I feel like the woman also did an introduction, but I'm going to ignore that as I do most of the time when they talk.
Based.
All right.
Go for
so
it.
I'm gonna introduce everything as if it hasn't been done already, even though they're going first. But whatever. So, welcome to the eMilitia Podcast, where we are going to answer fan-submitted questions about love and lust. Joining me today, we have Bloody Revolutions, Gramps, a.k.a. Bootlickers Beware, our first-time guest, Flintlocks for Freedom, myself, CBRN, the father himself, Rebellious Liberty, and Rezi, brother of the late Hang'em.
Now recording.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Fedbot. Did we miss all that?
This is why we don't use Fedbot anymore.
Did we not get any of that?
Keep going.
We got it.
No.
First one got it.
That's what Zioc is here for.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Carry on.
So, after that rude interruption by our residential Fedbot, I believe the women's version of this, we decided to segregate the sexes so that we could have the estrogen-charged answers and the testosterone-charged answers for the maximum amount of clash and harmony. So I think they went first. But
nah, it's just the woke thing to do now, isn't it? You just segregate everything.
I mean, women don't
right,
exist,
yeah.
though.
Don't want to offend any. Does anybody here identify as a female so we can go ahead and kick them out? No? All right. That's good. Okay. We don't know what order they answer these questions in, but we're looking at a list of 9 fan-submitted questions that were narrowed down by a woman, so we apologize if they're not good questions, but we're going to do our best.
Jesus.
Massive.
So let's jump. Well, first of all, Flintlocks for Freedom, Triple F. In 90 seconds, tell us who you are and why we should care.
So I'm
I already don't care.
Oh Jesus, not good start. I'm Flintlocks for Freedom, formerly known as Flintlocks for Freedom. I got zucked along with a lot of other people. I'm known as many names, but everyone calls me Jay Flintlock.
Cool. That was less than 90 seconds. Where can we find you now?
I think his audio is just fucked
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't think it's to be that concise.
Kill child molesters and release non-violent offenders.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, good. Yeah.
Whoa! He cut out and then came back on the word child molesters.
We should kill him. I worked in prison for. I worked in prison for about. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We couldn't for a while.
Yeah,
You came back in right as you said child molesters.
Well, I believe we should kill them. I worked in prison for about 3 years, and that's the only thing that it did was radicalize me.
Cool. So where can we find you now on social medias?
So I'm on Instagram, Lever Actions for Liberty. I stuck with guns, and I just went to a different weapon system. And then I'm on Twitter, Flintlock Faction. My show's Flintlock Faction, and I write papers like essays under the name Jay Flintlock.
So you also have a podcast, yes?
I do. We talk about prison quite a bit.
Cool. And that's wherever people find podcasts?
That's any podcaster.
Okay. Cool. Shameless plug.
Shameless.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I believe everybody's already met CBRN Dad. I'm gonna call him CBRN.
Too many
times.
Steven
Yeah.
works.
Friend of the show, but other than that, it's just us. It's just the boys here.
You.
So
all right. Who's ready
let's
to give
jump
bad
right
advice?
into it with number one, answering these questions out of order. What can I do to make myself more attractive / interesting to people I'm interested in?
Go for a jog once a week, eat right, and don't be a scumbag.
Damn. Dad actually gave good advice.
I mean, that's fair.
You got a peacock.
What if the people you're into
Dress
never
like a super
jog?
douche.
My wife likes douchebags, so I try to dress as douchey as I can, but that's only because my wife likes douchebags. Like skater douchebags that like neglect their baby mamas. That's the look I'm trying to achieve.
So, like, in your closet, you just have, like, a picture of Machine Gun Kelly or something?
I did not think it'd be this fast.
Yeah, it's like the high-top Converse with skinny jeans and a jean jacket.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, full
Fuck with
cut.
jean jackets, bro.
Someone who wants to get laid.
Okay.
Like full cunt douchebag, dude.
Oh, be good with kids. Women love dudes that are good with kids.
the inverse answer.
I mean,
be good with kids.
Get
I can
yourself a good quality cod piece.
What are we going for here? Am I supposed to answer these questions honestly, or am I just going to be an ass?
Whatever you're feeling, man.
You're going to be as honest as possible tonight.
That's right. I already made that promise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's
So
the
let's
thing.
get an honest guns.
What's that
Here's the
mouth
thing,
do?
son. If you're going to ask this question, how do I make myself more attractive or interesting to the people?
It's already too late for you.
I mean, not
I didn't want to be that guy,
not
but it is.
necessarily, but if you're not interesting to the people you're interested in, you're probably not actually interested in them. Because normally the people that you're interested in should be the things that you share things in common with. So, are you into girls that go to rave festivals and snort ketamine with their assholes? And you like to sit at home and read Shakespeare and pet your cat and never go outside? I don't think y'all are supposed to be interested in each other, and you probably need to reevaluate what Freudian weirdness made you think that you're into those type of women.
I will say rave girls fuck though. Like they fuck, dude.
Yeah, I'm
just
aware.
saying. I'm just saying.
Like, I never was into the rave girls. Like, when I first moved here, that's like 80%. I think I bitched about this in the last Valentine's episode because I'm grumpy. But like 80% of fucking Tinder and all those other dating apps were rave girls. And I was like, oh, cool. No fucking personality.
Yeah. As those close to me know, I had a brief fling with a rave girl. It was okay.
How many diseases did you get?
I hope none, because I've really spread that shit around. If I did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been locked up since before I was a legal adult, so I'm kind of.
Rip. This is going to be a very different flavor to the girls' side of this. So I spread that shit around.
The women they're probably like, you should definitely pee after sex and also get tested after every new partner. And I'm just like, yeah, I haven't been to a doctor in 8 years. I have no idea.
Yeah, Mel's going to be like, in the show notes is a list of national clinics you can find all over the country. And we're like, yeah, just take some drugs and find someone, whatever.
Just buy fish antibiotics off Amazon. Take a few penicillin. Once your pee stops burning, you're probably good.
Yeah, shit'll buff out.
Well, you got to take it for a couple days after.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think.
All right. My take on this is like, you don't really need to make yourself more attractive.
Just be comfy.
Don't change yourself. Don't.
Yeah, like, no. Just be healthy and have a healthy lifestyle and be like working on yourself and like that's what you need to be worried about.
Don't be greasy either.
Being more interesting to other people, like that's figure out who the fuck you are. Like depending on how old you are, where you are, like don't worry about that shit. Like there's way more. Like just do you focus on healthy habits and like fucking being aware and paying attention and let everything else fall into place.
If you're looking for a woman, you're not going to find a good one.
Yeah, that's correct.
Know who you are and have confidence, but don't be a creep.
I've never had more attention than when I stopped giving it.
Yeah. When you look desperate, it's like, ugh, gross. But when you don't give a fuck and you're just doing your own thing confidently, like, satisfied, and you're like, if it happens, it happens, but otherwise, fuck it, I'm gonna do me. That's, like, the healthiest you can be.
Yeah. No doubt.
Don't make politics your personality either.
Who would do that, right? Fucking nerds.
That was a big one on last year's show, and I'm just gonna fucking whap out what Whiskey said right from the get-go, because I think it's the most important thing we said, and that's, your politics aren't important as much as your morals are. Like,
your implementation.
Yeah, like a girl could fucking label herself whatever, Bernie bro or Democrat or even like a Republican, and you're like more anarchist, whatever. Her morals line up with yours. Like, I don't know, she thinks that stealing from people at gunpoint to accomplish things is wrong. Regardless of what label she slaps on herself, because you're not gonna find an NCAP girlfriend, guys. Like, put down the pillow. The fucking waifu pillow.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, they exist in the wild. No, that's not. I mean, they're
yeah. They exist, but don't fucking like people who are just searching for someone who has the exact same politics as you. You're gonna be disappointed.
Oh yeah, that's not even necessary either. Like,
no, it's not.
Like, could you like think about that too for a second? Like, there was like that's not a thing. Like that does not have to be a thing. Like you don't have to have the same political idea. Like, I mean, obviously you can't.
You need a lifestyle track way more than a political track.
Yep.
Different things, but at the same time, like, you don't have to agree on everything to be collinear in the ways that matter.
I wouldn't care if I met a woman who described herself as a socialist, but then also wanted to do some light homesteading and build chicken coops and have a garden and shit like that. I wouldn't care at all. Never mind. I've already said too much.
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're a status now. You could radicalize them. Like after a couple of years of just chipping away at my wife, finally the other day she was like, "Hey man, you're right. Like this is all fucking garbage." And I fucking hate the system, and I'm on board with you now. And then she
I call bullshit. I call bullshit. There's no way she admitted you were right.
I wouldn't believe it unless she word vomited all over her parents, my in-laws. We had lunch the other day, and then she was just like, "I'm a fucking anarchist now, and you guys should be too." And I was like, "Oh, Jesus, partner, like, fucking rein it in, like Jesus." She was like, both hands on the table, like leaning over, like, let's calm the fuck down, dude.
Like trying to give her parents heart attacks.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah, my democratic socialist wife came up to me the other week and said she wants her own gun. So,
yeah,
good.
It's a process.
Rezi has been married a while, and Reb has not. So, how about y'all's concise answers to this?
I don't even know what the question was.
Don't change yourself. Be who you are.
Yeah, fuck what she wants, man. Fuck that.
She's stuck with you.
Very basic.
So are we giving this advice specifically to the dude?
No. This applies to both. Don't change yourself. Be. Sorry, I interrupted Rezi, but
the rest of them. not so much this answer, but some of the other ones, I might change a certain, like, never mind.
We'll keep an eye on it.
All right, yeah.
What were you saying, Reggie?
I think he was done.
Yeah.
Oh. But also, I was just gonna cap it and say, like the whole be true to yourself thing, be unapologetically yourself, but don't be obnoxiously yourself. And there's a fine line.
Quality British words.
Very good. Very good wisdom, sir. Put that shit in a fortune cookie.
True. Don't ever be that person that's like, you can't handle me, then you don't deserve me.
That
Nice.
my litmus test with my lady, I've always hung my little bachelor pad I used to have. I had a fucking black Gadsden hanging in my living room, and it's it is.
I
what
remember
it is.
these days.
Yep, it's a little litmus test, and depending on if they say anything about it or not, you can kind of be like, okay, right from the start, if they're like, oh, what the fuck, you're gonna be. But there was slow questions and shit, and I don't know, just I was from the get go. I was like, oh, and I had the anarchist cookbook on my coffee table, just little things.
Nice.
So it's you can be like,
So
oh, what's that?
Be unapologetically yourself. Don't be obnoxiously yourself. Fantastic wisdom, sir, from a British person. I almost don't want to say it. Anyway, number X. Is it worth pursuing an awesome person who lives in another state? Should I tell them how I feel? Let me tell you from personal experience that friendships that can last can bud from multiple states away. And I feel like if y'all want similar things, it is absolutely possible for you to meet somebody from multiple states away and then form something real. If one of y'all are willing to move, or both of y'all to another place. But we're all friends, and we have traveled to see each other.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, we are a good example of a long-distance relationship working.
So, I mean, it's working out great. Of course, we haven't had sex with each other, mostly, but...
Mostly.
It's well, see, I stayed at BR's house.
Oh, shit.
Twice.
Yeah, after we left, so...
Damn, is it getting hot in here? Fuck.
It was hot in there. It was 130 degrees constantly, actually.
Hey, we kicked on the AC for you. we splashed out.
Yeah, look, it's 2021 now. It's really easy to connect with people from forever away. I don't if you actually if they're willing, if you're both willing to find some sort of common ground, then absolutely. I think it's stupid to be like, wow, this person's perfect and willing to come to me, or I am willing to go to them, but I would have to do the things I'm willing to do, so I'm not going to pursue it. That doesn't make any sense. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. My wife's from Colorado. I'm from New York. We met online, and then I ended up having to move to Europe, and she was still in Colorado, and we made it work, and she eventually moved in with me, and here we are, 6 or 7 years, almost.
Do you have kids?
Years. We have one coming on the way. First one.
Congratulations!
Congrats, dude.
Thank you.
Is it a boy or a girl?
I don't know yet. Ultrasound is tomorrow.
Oh shit! Is that the first time you said that publicly?
Yeah, I think that is the first time I've said it publicly. I think I messaged some of you privately.
Welcome to the eMilitia podcast, where we reveal the birth of a child.
I think that it's worth pursuing someone from another state, but I mean, whatever, man. I'm a romantic, so I'll say chase love whenever you can. I know that's a really faggy answer, but so I mean, sue me.
I mean, I know a couple people in the community too. I'm not going to out them because I'm not sure if they want their business out there, but there's a couple notable people that we interact with regularly on social media that met.
I was dismissive, and I still kind of am, but I say that it's contrary to my own experience. There was a point in time where I guess my wife and I did long distance just mostly because I traveled a lot for my job.
That's important.
And at one point in time, we lived in different states, but that was a really short period of time.
That was after y'all were established, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's still relevant, but not quite the same thing as worth pursuing an awesome person in another state. But
okay, no, that's fair.
I'd start off
It's good insight from a skeptic, though.
And then the other side of it is like, I mean, yeah, you could probably do it. It's possible, but
Yeah, I'd move to you if you were into me at all, Gramps.
I mean, come on up here, big boy. But
I'll come.
I'm just saying, like, I just don't. I don't. I mean,
I'd say if you don't put all your chips in the pot, if you don't put all your eggs in that basket and you pursue it, but it's like if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Then no harm, no foul.
Give us another idiom.
I mean, oh, okay. I don't know.
Why are you gonna put
I'm
me on the
drinking it
spot?
high.
You gotta do three. If you're gonna do two, you gotta do three. Who stops at two idioms?
I mean, you have all your chickens to roast, man. I guess. No, that was a shit. That was a shit one. But anyways,
I respect it.
Reb seemed to have some slightly negative things to say about this question.
So I'd say you might as well go for it. But in my opinion, yeah, if you and the other person aren't committed to making it work in any way, it's not happening. And my biggest issues I've ever had with anything distance-wise is like I'm always obligated to FaceTime them or text them constantly.
Yeah, who likes talking to their girlfriend? Oh, God.
Well, then it turns into, I can't do this any night ever. And it's just like, I felt like it was just taking away from me actually living in the moments where I live in any circumstance I've ever had. So,
yeah.
Now, maybe.
I think
Well,
that's
yeah,
the person you were with, though, not just being a
Oh
creep.
yeah, but I mean, how many? I've dated a lot more clingy women than decent, okay women.
It's true.
I think there's more of them out there.
That's when I learned. I learned that I
daddy
had
issues.
someone I actually could live with the moment I didn't feel the need to constantly have to talk to them at all times, and I could actually set down my phone, do something, come back later, and be like, "Hello," without always having to text them 24/7.
Is that the woman you married?
Yes, the woman I married.
Nice.
Everyone before that
sucks.
Always. Yep.
Yeah,
Of course, a lot of them.
I never liked
almost got
long
married
distance.
before my wife.
Wait, you dated somebody before you were married?
What?
You? Yeah, you.
Yo, me?
Yeah.
Yo. I've been on a lot of dates.
Just swinging it out there. All right.
I've been a lot of dates.
Many women.
Mormon player.
Many suitors, but none quite.
The college I went to, I had lots of success.
Really? Wow.
Hell
you sound
yeah.
you sound like my brother-in-law, who is now stuck with my sister. So I'm not sure if I believe him.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of Rebs. You kind of summed up what I was wasn't able to say. Is
Here comes the other playboy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give us some bullshit.
I believe it.
There's no bullshit about it.
No, there's no bullshit. I've seen you in person.
You're hot.
It's just that, you could potentially miss out on a lot. Putting things off or missing out on a lot of experiences for long distance relationships is all I was kind of getting at.
Yeah, you can't let it be unhealthy.
If it's one thing, if someone's ready to make a commitment and make a move or something like that,
it all comes down to simple math.
I think your age wildly depends on, there's a huge factor in all this.
Like an age gap or mutual age.
Both, and where you are in your life too. If you're super young, you don't need to be worrying about somebody somewhere else. You need to be worrying about your it kind of go right back to number one. You need to be worrying about yourself and figuring out what you can do, to better yourself and figure out that kind of stuff. You don't need to be worried about importing or moving yourself unless that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, as you get older and later in your life, you have to be more willing and open to other things, and it's less about being in the moment and right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's more
Gramps,
about,
how long until you do some dabs and fuck off? Because I'm liking these answers right now, but I can tell you're not as high as you normally are.
I mean, I'll take a couple for you right now, okay?
Oh, well.
No. That wasn't an invitation. No.
No, hold up.
Okay.
I think it all boils down to simple math. If the hurt you experience with them is greater than the hurt you'd experience without them, it's bad to do.
Oh, that's true for any relationship, though, not just long distance. That's just
Yeah, but if it's long distance, there's not a lot of tangibility there. So
True.
it's just like if it's causing you more trouble than joy that it brings, stop doing what you're doing. Like
It's easier that way because you don't have any physical aspect to that. When you're bored, and you know it.
yeah, like you've got to. There's some merit to a meeting somebody online, having a long distance relationship before y'all ever come together, because then you're sure that like you actually like each other for who the person is, as opposed to she's got nice tits or something.
Yeah.
But you have to be self-aware about all these, about 1 and 2. I mean, we're not numbering them, so about X and Y.
And
number 2. Anyway, is everybody satisfied? Can we move on to number Z?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the least attractive thing a partner can say on the first date? I have an answer for this, but I'm not going to be the first one.
Fuck, my husband's home. Get your clothes and fuck off.
Start this question first. How is it a partner if it's the first date?
Oh wait.
Yeah, true.
A person partner on the date. It's your date partner.
Your
A
date partner.
human being, a fellow person.
All right,
date partner.
What's the least attractive thing a person can say?
Don't get so caught up on the semantics.
No
Grant. Who was that?
one was answering. Fuck you.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to whoever had qualms with the word partner. You knew what they meant.
All right.
Most unattractive thing, I'm a child molester.
That would do it. I would be.
That ends it.
That'd be a line. Yeah.
I could not get it out. Probably.
I agree. Anybody else?
I mean,
someone who's just into themselves.
True.
Isn't really there.
If they don't talk about you, man, they're not interested in you.
They just want to talk about themselves and talk over you and tell you about that, and then want you to pay for everything.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Talking over
you.
you.
They don't at least offer to pay for something. That's pretty.
I don't have a problem paying for the date.
I'll pay for them every single time on a first date. But if they don't at least offer, I know that they're just there to grab my money.
Coming from the married Mormon here,
Yeah.
I'll pay every time on the first date.
Yep.
Whore.
Hey, you got to be chivalrous.
I have a real life example, so I'm gonna wait.
Oh, you got like a whole anecdote?
Yeah, I guess it's an anecdote. You say a whole anecdote. An anecdote is like by definition a short story. So yeah, I have a whole short story.
What if they tell you they're thinking about becoming a cop?
Ugh, gross. That would do it. Yeah.
I went on a couple more dates after that.
No, I did the same thing right before I left England. I dated this girl, and like I went on like maybe I don't know 4 or 5 dates with her. So not dated, but I was starting to see her a little bit, and she goes like on the maybe 3rd or 4th one, she's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking of signing up to join the police soon." I was like, I'm moving to the States soon, so that works out actually.
Hey man, always smash, but like keep your eyes open for shit that you're not going to jive with when it's like a couple weeks down the road.
Big facts.
True. So you call cops bobbies over in England. This is completely unrelated. You call cops bobbies over in England. What's a female cop? Is it still a bobby?
Bobbiette.
I was literally just going to respond. Actually, we just call her them a cunt.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Nah, I mean, I think we just call them Bobbies too. Like, that's actually why my pen name is Bobby Robber. 'Cause I keep on eyeing up fucking ARs strapped to the back of bikes over here. Bobby Robber.
Nice. I hear that those are actually really easy to pick.
Oh, I bet Pat could if he looked at it for like 5 minutes, he'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Well, a lot of times you just use a handcuff key.
That's even easier.
That's really bad. They just like leave them parked outside of fucking donut shops and shit, and you're like,
Oh, some of those things are real easy to. There's like 5 different ways to pick them, and they all take like 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, I wonder if they have a fun switch.
I will say.
YouTube's
Badges
a good
fuck.
source.
Don't try this at
If
home,
she-
kids.
If she has a badge, she will fuck, dude. Like, badges are whores, man.
She hates herself and you.
True. I wouldn't know, actually.
True.
So anyway, if y'all are ready,
Wait. Does anyone else have like a fucking awful thing they could say on the first date?
All right, I got one. If she tells you she has kids, but she doesn't have custody of them.
Oh, shit.
You
That's
have
a
to ask.
huge
Yeah.
fucking red flag.
That's
she just mentions her kids. You have to ask. You have to make sure you ask. Like, yeah, and who has? What are the custody arrangements here?
Oh, who's watching the kids? Oh, I don't have custody of them.
Oh,
I dated a girl.
Oh,
She
well, this is
said
kinda
at the end of the date she was divorced, which no big deal, you know. I'm like, oh, you know, I'll continue, you know, checking it out.
Shit happens.
She then proceeded to blame it all on the other guy and how he was apparently really, really verbally and emotionally abusive, and went on
Dude,
with that.
that's 100%. Thank you for bringing that up, because I would not have connected those dots in this moment either. But that's true.
And-
If like a failed relationship is almost always 1 + 1.
Yeah.
And
So
not too
I,
long.
you know, I didn't really know. I'm like, well, you know, bad. It's never physical abuse. It's always the stuff you can't see. So there's no proof or anything. So
Wow, that's not where I
next,
expected that to go.
well, I know that makes me sound horrible, but
It does. It does.
I was like,
I get
Reel
very
it in.
wary of a girl who says, "Oh yeah, my last relationship, he was really verbally and emotionally abusive, and it's all his fault that we, you know, got divorced, and I'm fine." And
I don't know anything about your last relationship on a first date. To be completely
yeah,
honest.
no, that's true.
Nah, fuck it. I'll ask. I like to air everything out.
Well, yeah,
I'm
like
not
if,
ashamed.
if it's not solicited, and all of a sudden we start talking about your previous relationship while on a date with me, like I'm liable to just get up and fucking leave.
Yeah, I'm not interested in all.
and that's what I should have done because that shit was
Absolutely
crazy.
fucking not like unless it's something that I bring up or some questions that I'm not like that's probably the biggest turn off on a first date for me. Like
It just tells me that you're not over it. You know, it's like it's still on your
Clearly.
mind to the point that you're bringing it up,
Clearly.
trying to move on. It's like,
100%.
like take some more time, but I'm not going to be part of that.
Yeah, that's not me trying to disparage people who actually have faced real abuse, but when you blame it all on someone and you tell me that on
Yeah,
the first date,
Yeah.
it's a
Emotional
red
and
flag
verbal
because now I
abuse.
feel like you're crazy and that maybe there was a little bit more to that story than just he was emotionally abusive.
Right. Because emotional abuse isn't recognized by the Book of Mormon, right?
Oh my Christ!
I don't know.
Here we go.
That's definitely not brought
Alright.
up, so
No, trust your gut, though. That is right. Trust your gut. If you think she'll
Yeah,
fuck your
no.
life up, she probably will.
Yeah, big facts.
Well,
What's
I
your
went.
next one?
I went on a date
Oh yeah, let's go,
with a
Buds.
girl.
I
This is
go
a long
on
time.
to
This is a long time ago. This is not a good date. You'll hear why. But I went on a date with a girl. Gorgeous, super cool. Had a great time. Kept making her laugh. You know, I'm a funny fucking dude. Whatever. Took her out to a bar. We went out to a movie. We went out to another bar after, and then I was taking her home. And then, as I do, because we met on Tinder, right? So I was like, I had to ask. I was like, so what is it that you're looking for on Tinder? Because I wanted to know if this was like a one-time thing or if she was actually looking for something. Because you know, I'm open to many options. And what she told me was, I'm just looking for somebody, and this is me being completely authentic. I understand that not everybody in the chat is going to take this the same way. Okay, I'm just being honest.
I can't wait to hear this. Spill it.
I'm excited.
She
Yeah, I'm kind of moist.
She told me, she was like, I'm just looking for somebody that I can share life with in a high trust, open relationship. And so I drove her home and I never responded to another message from her again.
Well,
I mean,
no,
I'm
I mean,
coming.
Good intentions on her end, bad execution.
I don't think there were good intentions on her end at all.
what?
I was gonna say you could have investigated what she
Yeah.
meant by that.
Yeah, maybe she's just being really genuine and she's ready to settle down. You don't know that.
She wants to share life in a high trust, open relationship with me. I don't.
Maybe.
I don't want an open relationship with anybody.
Well, yeah,
Fine, you don't have to have one.
I know that's what I'm saying. So she could have good intentions about it if she wants, but to me, that was something that I was completely uninterested in. So it was quite unattractive to me.
That's fucked on her part, though. Like I'm in an open relationship, but my wife and I, when we first started dating, and I knew that she was serious, and I had to stop fucking like a couple of my friends that I was just casually with, and I knew that she was it. She was the one. I had to like I talked to her a bit because when she had never been in an open relationship before, and she was very weary of it. And I said, hey, if this is going to get serious and we're not just like fucking around, let's take a year to kind of focus on ourselves, and then we'll come back to it. And if you're cool with it, then we'll go back into it. Like, you can't come right out of the gate like, hey man, I want to like fuck other people. That's what I'm looking for. You gotta like build a relationship before you get into that.
I mean, honestly, I appreciated it because I would have hated to build a relationship with her for however many months or a year, and then her be like, "Oh, also love you and everything, but I really want to come home smelling like dick and betrayal every now and then." So
Oh my God.
you're gonna have to deal with that. So yeah, I'm just telling you, like, regardless of whatever relationship foundation was built, I would not be into that at all. And I appreciate her for saying that on the first date, to be honest, so that I did not have to invest any infinitesimal portion of any kind of emotional effort or presence into her ever again.
Well, maybe if you look her right in the face, like, you know
what I said after she told me that, what I said was, "Okay, I hear you," and then I took her home and I never talked to her again.
So, but maybe she meant that she just wanted to have an open relationship, like
talk to each
Open
other
and
open.
honest.
Yeah.
No, she meant because I did ask her to expand, and she was like,
she
"Well,
really
like,
did get plowed by other dudes."
yeah," she was like, "Well, like, if I find a partner, then like they're first, obviously, and like they're priority, but I want to be able to, like explore other people, like all that, hokey pokey bullshit that I'm just not trying to hear because I know that I'm not going to be into it."
What I think is really cool about getting out on the table right away is like she was willing to be that upfront with you, which I
appreciate. It's just we were completely incompatible.
No, it's completely fine that you're not into it. It's completely fine that I'm going to be like really fucking over the top here with my breaking down of this. But it's really good that you were both open about it. I hope you weren't a prick about it on the way home. Or
I was a gentleman the whole time. It's just that's not like I'm not even going to pretend like.
No, that
I don't think she wanted you to.
Yeah, I think it's cool to be open about what you're looking for pretty early on. First date is like, I mean, what happens depending on how you want to do shit. But I mean, yeah, like early on, just get it out there. Like even shit like kids. Don't be like fucking second date asking.
Don't hide a kid, bro.
No, like
if you have kids and you make a Tinder, you better put a picture of your fucking kid in there. You can cover the face if you want, but you need to let it be known that you're a fucking mother. All right?
Yeah.
True.
Don't do that shit.
Completely different ball game.
I was just gonna say
I've dated moms. I don't have anything. I date a girl. I'd be a stepfather before I was in an open relationship.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything against it. I'm just saying people who are usually dating for completely different reasons. You got to know what you're going into. If you're going to be open and honest about something, you got to be like, "Hey, look, I'm dating for fun, or I'm like what you brought up,
Yeah, I don't subscribe to the like keep everything closeted. Like, oh, it's the first date, probably shouldn't bring up anything heavy.
No.
Like we live fast-paced lives. It was 2020, maybe 2019 at the time. I can't remember. But do not waste my time. Yeah, like if you've got some shit that you think is going to blow up in my face later, you probably need to go ahead and tell me, and I'll go ahead and tell you.
True.
Yeah.
Second that.
Anyone got anything to add to that? I think we ran.
So did you look her in the face and be like, or any date? Have you ever been like, "Hey, I'm a meme lord. I expect the ATF to kick in my door at any moment"?
Everyone.
My wife did not expect her to be married to someone who may be getting arrested.
Every one of them. I don't tell them what meme page it is, but I do Let it be known that I do make memes, and I let my political. I don't go into it on the first date, but I let it be known that I am anti-establishment, anti-government. Yes, that includes cops and military.
You go into it?
No, I don't go into it. If they ask me to expand, I will, but I don't go on a tangent about how much I fucking hate cops and how much I hate like global militarization and shit like
I was
that.
really wanting to picture that, like you just sitting
I have
at a
before.
table in the middle of a restaurant,
You just have a list of disclosures.
I have before when they well, yeah, because like her uncle might be a cop or her fucking brother or something, and then we get along for weeks while we're casually seeing each other, and then I'm like, oh, by the way, I found out your brother's a cop, and I wanted to let you know that I hope he doesn't come home one night. That's not gonna go over well. So I'd rather get everything out there, like everything, not baggage as in like what we were talking about earlier with my ex was emotionally abusive or whatever, but personality traits that may be too much for her to overcome. I probably need to disclose as fast as possible so as I don't waste her time, just as I would appreciate if she did the same exact thing for me, which that girl who told me that she wanted to come home smelling like dick and betrayal told me, and I appreciated that, and I wasn't into it.
That is aggressive. I
That's-
take it.
God damn. That was all right.
Each their own.
I'm glad. It's like a fucking never
I
mind.
was trepidatious about saying it in front of you, but
Trepidatious.
not worried.
It's a word and a half.
Trepidatious.
See, whenever Guns uses big words, I'm like, does that mean that? And I look it up. I'm like, he got it fucking right. Like every time.
I'm good at
just
words.
Pulls.
He's got one of
words
them
out
little
your ass.
calendars. Word of the day. He does
just let
pretty
him
good with
see.
working them in too.
Yeah.
I am impressed. All right. This one's a fun one for the boys. Why is the Liberty community a sausage fest?
Oh Jesus!
not.
Because most of them are autists. I'm sorry.
I don't think it is. I think there's a lot of.
I have biological answers for this when y'all are ready.
I have
back when I
analytics.
was a woman for the first like 6 months of my
Oh,
Instagram career, I discovered a lot of pages that were actually women just not being upfront about who they are, or just afraid to say that they're a woman. I think there's a lot more than we think, and a lot of them are starting to come out of the woodworks in a way. But I don't think it's as much of a sausage fest as people think.
No, I would agree on that.
I agree. There's a ton of women out there that are just quiet and overlooked.
Just most women can't meme, so they're part of the community. They just don't have the big meme pages.
I have something to say about this
They're
as
not
well.
funny.
A lot of women are liberty conscious. They just don't recognize it in the same ways that we do. They may not necessarily be like anti-government, but they certainly are like in tune with issues that like affect them and maybe not so much us. So, I mean, maybe so they just don't appeal to us in the same way because we're over here like saying fuck government, and maybe they're not necessarily like waving that flag specifically, or they are, but just
I mean the other side of this podcast right now is a whole bunch of women doing exactly that. So it's like
who knows? It could be
All
more
I know
stupid
is if
over
you
there.
go
We
to
don't
the
know.
Facebook page Voluntarism in Action, you're gonna see way more women. You know why? Because it's much more caring and genuine than the Instagram, government hating stuff. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, I also think we all react differently. Like men, the way that we socialize, we just insult each other.
Yeah.
And we can, that's just how we interact.
Well, we do it to each other's faces. They do it behind their backs.
Yeah, because we do it
fair.
good natured. We're good natured about it.
Yeah, we're doing it for a laugh, and we're doing it like in good. Yeah, exactly. With like the intention of just kind of fucking.
Like
with
we
each
make
other.
fun of you for being like in the hospice all the time, Rezzy, but
And I just think in that aspect, like it can be a little. I don't even know if intimidating is the right word, but it's not as friendly as an environment to women who don't interact like that, and we interact like that.
Well, hold on, and can we speak on the fact that there's a bunch of fucking simp ass dudes that are fucking
very true.
Yeah, so the women definitely, they don't want to acknowledge that they're women.
Out here doing their thing as
the dudes that are out there don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, like have you ever just grazed the comments in any of Carrie Wedler's posts that include herself?
I was just about to bring her up.
You guys need all those dweebs need to do better. You little fucking nerds, like get your nerds off underwear and
I
like
started doing it ironically like a week ago.
Yeah, and, like stop objectifying and be real about what you're actually doing here. And like we want to be liberty minded and liberty conscious, right? Like that doesn't mean fucking yeah.
Today she posted a picture and I just commented boob.
Anytime I share anything from her, I'll always get at least like one person in the comments or in my DMs that are like, "Dude, I simp for Carrie," and then put like this, and
It's like, please stop.
Don't you can do that.
That's
just
weak.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Don't
that.
do it. Yeah. I'll send her a DM and call her a whore after she posts a picture. That's what you need to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm sure that works.
I tell Carrie I simp for Carrie, but
I mean,
I Carrie in different ways.
Yeah, I just start screen capping some of the things and just sending it to her just to laugh.
Nobody bully Carrie. I was kidding.
Then I tell them anytime I'm like I'm gonna send this to her, they're like, please don't, and I'm like, it's too late.
it has been done.
Yep.
Man.
What fucking question are we on? I'm drunk.
Why is Liberty Community a sausage fest?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I think our part of the community is kind of different too. Like Twitter and Instagram have very different flavors when you like dip your toes in.
I hate Twitter so much.
I really like the Twitter game.
I enjoy Twitter now.
Twitter is like a very peaceful, like established.
I had a meme go viral, and it didn't help me at all on Twitter. Nobody cares over there.
You don't like it because you don't have like whatever the fuck you have, like 38,000 or whatever.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I had a meme go viral by this page with 60,000 followers or whatever, it should have helped my presence a little bit, but I gained like 20 followers from it. Come on now. It's a fucking rigged game. Twitter sucks.
It's slow burning, man. Every follower is worth like so many more than they are on Instagram. Sorry, guys.
There's like 100 Instagram followers, I swear.
Yeah. They just pour in Chinese bots and shit, you know. Got handfuls
When
of
I hit 1,000 on Twitter.
I love Twitter.
It felt really
Where am I?
accomplished.
Seriously.
Twitter's a
Like-
cesspool of debauchery, and I just dig it, dude. I love the energy.
It's
There's also
good.
more
It's
women
like,
on Twitter.
There's
I
a lot
feel.
of
Well, at
liberty.
least
that's what I was getting
stuff.
to. Yeah, like liberty.
I've
They
so
usually
far
aren't great, but you're right.
I've noticed 3 anarchist OnlyFans on Twitter. They post
Wait, who?
free content too. It's free. It's wild. It's
Amazing.
wild what they're doing.
There you go. Stop simping for people and go enjoy free content and fucking I don't know. What do all the trad people say? You're melting your brain with porn or whatever.
Yeah.
Go and do that. Just the advice for the day.
I'm a pro porn person.
Here's what I feel.
I don't give a fuck.
Here's what I feel. I'm gonna start my essay about why porn is bad. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, please don't.
I'm going to answer
No,
why
I do.
I think the Liberty community is a sausage fest. I have 2 reasons.
That would be better. It's more relevant.
Points to discuss why women not being funny impacts their presence in the Liberty community. Women simply do not have. This is going to sound sexist, whatever. I don't care. Told you, completely authentic. This is me.
Say it. It's facts.
I can't wait.
Women do not. They simply don't have to be funny. Okay? They don't put any effort into being funny. Their trauma usually just turns into something boring like PTSD or anxiety, whereas when men go through trauma, or what I like to call character development, they usually become very cynical, sarcastic, and humorous about it. Like me. I could write books about all the shit that I've gone through, but instead, I just make memes. And those memes are usually pretty funny, and that gains a following. Now, the women that just aren't are automatically not going to attract as much of a following unless they use their boobs. But that's a different thing. But the main reason that it seems that the Liberty community is a sausage fest is because women are more interested in interacting with people than they are interested in interacting with things. Men can get really into politics and really into the mechanics of all things, from the actual usage of social media and making content to the finer points of the mechanisms of our legislature and such, while women aren't. That's why most women are way more liberal and, as they would say, compassionate than men on average, because they think things like free healthcare sounds good and that's what we should go for, and shit like that. Whereas men pay attention to the things that are involved in that and then realize that that might not be as good as it sounds based on the implications of it.
I feel like that was a really long way to say men prioritize like rational, objective shit, and women generally prioritize emotional.
Yeah, but if I just said that, people would be like, "Huh,
you're a
prove
raging."
it."
Yeah,
That's what
and
I
then
said.
so I proved it.
I mean, there are definitely outliers, but I think for most, I think that's
General.
true in a lot of different ways.
What we were talking about earlier, where the difference between the Instagram and the Twitter community, like Twitter's a lot more conversational and like kind of light. I feel they still talk about serious shit, but like it's not kind of the same angry outrage that's still left over from the kind of boog movement on the Instagram side of things. It's very much like, yeah, fuck these guys, get the tar and feathers, and it's like very much instant like minute of rage kind of shit on Instagram, whereas Twitter's kind of like back and forth, like, oh, look at this silly shit, and the community is a bit less emotional, I'd say. I don't know.
They're
I don't know.
emotional in different ways.
Yeah,
a lot of the guys are really
Dig deep
angry.
into that damaged brain. Give us those words.
Fuck you.
I think they're more emotionally angry.
Yeah, and I think that like does more for men and like the kind of feedback they get from their social media. Like you go on Twitch to have a conversation with like kind of the the in group and stuff, and like your mates, and kind of, I don't know, it's a lot more rational. Instagram's just kind of like go in, fucking react, see something, get out, rather than talking about it. I think
Unless you're the
that
biting the bullet guys.
yeah, and then you have no caption, no hashtags, just a picture.
I don't know. I think men are angrier, or are not necessarily, maybe not angrier. They act more on anger, and they're more likely to project that anger.
I think Instagram rewards it better. Like that angry kind of reaction you have on Instagram. I really mangled what I meant. Basically, I think Instagram rewards the male side of the liberty community more for their initial reactions to shit than Twitter does.
I will say you can go on Instagram and tell a journalist to start a shotgun, but if you tell like a journalist to kill themselves on Twitter, you get a 12-hour ban, and that's kind of fucking dumb. Just saying.
Dude, I get shit deleted from Instagram every time I try to do something edgy anymore.
I was really pissed.
All my fun stuff's getting boosted.
I've been really good for all the people that followed me before I got zucked. I've been really good on this one. I'm just waiting to hit 20,000, just start being really political again, just to build that audience of people who aren't used to it.
Some of the old shit I posted would get me deleted today.
I don't know what's going on.
100%. Like, and it's on the same page. It's just that I haven't posted it since the thought police have been on overtime. So I've eluded them.
Not touching it.
Yeah, but it's like I know because I've like looked back at some of my older memes and they're quite aggressive. And
spicy.
No, seriously, I'm glad I got wiped it away. What
it's only a matter of time.
Nope. Was Graham saying something or?
Yeah, don't get sent to a glove.
What?
Make love to a glove?
Don't get sent to the Ministry of Love.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shoot.
Read 1984. Goddammit.
Yeah, that reference totally.
that's like. Are you a real libertarian, Reps? All right. What is more attractive, looks or ideals, and what can someone do to make themselves more attractive? It was kind of the same.
I'm gonna take this one.
That's
I
kind of
like girls
similar.
to have the same 3 questions 6 times.
I'm gonna do this first, man. Looks.
Attractive looks.
Yeah. Looks 100%. If you're not attractive, I'm not gonna be into you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Whatever, you can say whatever about that you want to, but if I don't consider you fine, I'm just not going to give you the time of day. I don't care.
I mean, looks take the cake. I mean, ideals are definitely important, but I can figure out ideals later, and I can deal with ideals. I got to be physically attracted to somebody.
Second.
What can someone do to make themselves more attractive, though? Like, that's a
shower.
I feel like that was in
laugh,
one, but
be healthy.
Be nice.
I don't know. Yeah, like just don't be ugly. Have better genetics. I don't know what to say.
No, we don't have to do that side of it again because we kind of touched on it. So just like, I mean, looks and ideals.
Looks go away. Like, obviously, you gotta start off attractive to someone, but.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not going to give you a chance unless I find you attractive.
Here's the thing. In the long run.
Yes.
Ideals.
If you got a choice between a 10 and a 7, the 7 has like those ideals.
We have animal instincts, and we're
sometimes just go
we're
for the
attracted
7.
to attractive people.
Right.
Yeah.
7's okay.
They still got to be in that like acceptable
7.
looks range, but
I would consider a 7 fine. I mean, that's
the amount that they need to be smoking hot goes down a little bit, and the amount of like, hey, they got to have values and ideals similar to mine kind of goes up.
Yeah, looks get boring. I've had this long-term girlfriend, and we like fuck maybe once a month. I don't know. She's just so fucking boring that those looks died away. And like, hey, what are you thinking? Oh, nothing. Yeah, I know it because I could see it in your dead eyes. Like,
yeah, there's nothing behind those eyes, is there?
Shit, dude. Are we good to get out of here? Like, let's get this over with.
Goddamn.
I got a funny story. Before the last girl I dated before my wife, she's probably listening to this in the bedroom right now, like perking up, like, oh shit. But
what?
The girl I kind of like dated before my wife. I wasn't totally physically attracted to her, but like she had an awesome personality, so I was like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. And we went on a couple dates, and then the first night that we went to have sex, I couldn't stay hard, and it was super embarrassing for her. It was
been there.
Like, it's just and it wasn't, and she was like, are you okay? And I made up this
Like,
I just got out of basic training, so I just made up this bullshit excuse at the time. I'm like, yeah, I just I got some issues, like, because I was just so embarrassed about it, and I just gave her the most bullshit fucking reason, and it was just
I told
weird.
her the truth.
I don't know. I should have told her the truth, but like, I think physical attractiveness is important, because if you're not physically attracted to
you
somebody,
gotta be
you're gonna
honest.
have this, yeah, like, it's just not gonna work.
I was just like, hey, I don't know. I don't think this is gonna work out. I can take you home though.
you want money for the Uber?
It was funny
the
because
first time you always go to their place so you can leave.
Well, no, that was the issue. I didn't have a car
That's
yet.
also good advice.
So she had to drive me home.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a moment. It was
You
a
gotta
real
tell her.
moment.
Yeah, if you want to get out of it in a way that's like embarrassing but not too embarrassing, you gotta tell her you have a really weird fetish, like one that's really weird that she's not gonna do, and then you can be like, oh, it's okay, I understand, it's a little odd.
That's a
Can you take
risky
me home?
play, though. That's risky.
Yeah,
That 1 in
shit.
99 chance she has that fetish. Like, let's say you're like, I like having like my face like shit on. She's like, oh.
You better try hard.
She might not even be into it, but she's willing to try.
You better.
Yeah.
Well, if she's that willing to try, I might become more attracted to her. Yeah. Even if it's something I'm not into.
So you're saying ideals are more important?
And that's in that case, yeah.
I think you need a good, healthy mix of both.
True.
But if you only have one and not the other, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like if she's really attractive but fucking boring and has no brain of her own, you're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck am I doing here? And then if she's like all intellect and you just look at her and you're like,
I
ugh.
beat the brakes off her ass a couple times before, though.
The you are, the more fit, the more like looks matter, and the older you get, like it matters less. Like, at least if you're with the same person.
Oh, are you getting there?
No, I'm just saying, like,
you still have to be physically attractive.
No. We know what Gramps looks like. I can only assume his wife is also a supermodel.
Are you more attractive than your wife?
I thought you haven't seen my wife?
No,
I don't think I have. You can send me a picture though. I'll give you an honest review.
Yeah, send us all.
Text it to me. Text it to me. Me and Gramps almost called you by your first name. Me and Gramps have talked a good bit on our own.
Yep. My wife's out of my league.
What?
Dang, dude.
What? Who the fuck is it? Mila Kunis? What the hell?
Right. Wait, was she like built?
I mean, my wife's pretty hot, dude. She's a stunner, dude.
I just see you text, Gramps.
Just for I want all of our listeners. Gramps is fucking beautiful.
Gramps, you got to send me this picture on the air so that I can give my honest review to the listeners.
I'm really not overstating this. I promise.
Gramps, yeah, I'm not overstating. Gramps is a good-looking guy. If I was gay, I'd be trying really hard, knowing full well that he's straight.
If I was building a people from scratch, that would be my template.
I appreciate you guys. No, my wife's really good looking, but like that.
And he can cook.
I'm secure in my sexuality enough to let you know that I think you're a good-looking man. I'm not ashamed of that. I mean,
I appreciate that. Yeah,
and if you're willing to cross the line, maybe I would be too.
I mean, good career, good looking. I mean,
yeah.
I just think that after the longer you go, like
I wonder what our audience pictures Gramps as, like Brad Pitt probably, or
It's not far off. It's not far off.
Not far
like
off.
a younger George Clooney.
Like a based mix of them. Like if they had some kind of love child, but less
Honestly,
orange. Like Clooney.
George Clooney and Brad Pitt morphed would probably be pretty close.
I can see it. Woof, I lost myself there. Seaburn, were you gonna say something?
I'm still waiting on this picture of this dude's wife. I can't focus on anything until that.
My word.
Swear on what is most. Oh, here we are with the attractive shit again. Oh wait, no, that's the one we just did.
No. Yeah. Is
communication. Let's say it together.
Oh my god.
Is communication important in a relationship? Yes.
The most important.
obviously.
That's all that's need to. That's.
We
I'm
just
drunk.
move on from this question now. We all say
That's
yes.
all that needs to be said.
I feel like
I can't imagine. Like I don't know how the girls did a segment on this, or if they did, but
They probably talked about it for way too long.
Like,
Good important. Yes.
I just want to really like shit on this question being chosen, even though they're probably giving a serious answer. So
It's probably one of my followers who submitted it, so I'm going to say nice things about it.
it's
Yeah,
retarded.
oh God. Oh wait, no, she's open about her name. Yeah, that was a bad question, Mel.
Man.
If you don't think it's the most important thing, then
Can you
there's
imagine-
no hope for you.
Wait.
You imagine just like going out and spending like I don't know, like $1,500 without telling your partner you've been with for a while, and you like got financial commitments to like.
Obviously.
Guess we're fucked.
Well, you know what? That does happen in a relationship, though. I mean, you
It's
can be
the
very
foundation.
open in communication, but you don't have to tell them about every expense you're spending money on.
Yeah,
But I mean, like,
is your wife aware of how much money you spend on silver every week?
I'm more worried about the guns and motorcycles. Like, if she ever
So that's
sells,
a no.
if something ever happens to me and she
That's
sells
not
them for what I told her I paid for them,
Oh, you're
she's not gonna
fucked.
get much money.
classic boomer problem.
Somebody's going to get a good deal, though.
That shit will be gone like in a heartbeat. Your friends will be pissed too, though.
Well, now you guys know. So, like, if I die, just scrape up some change and.
Sounds like a neat
For the estate sale. I'll even be like, I'll throw it an extra $10 because he was a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I never lie about it.
Well,
Man, I legit have a file with like some contact information about you guys for my lady if I die. Like, it's like don't fuck up this shit. Like, move this shit on. So prepare for that.
I want the
Ryan,
jacket.
Nice.
Yeah.
Want the ammo.
If you die, I want the jacket.
I want the tattoo.
Oh
I'll cut your skin off and skin graft it to myself.
I would also like a tattoo.
I mean, I'm actually kind of sickly into it. I'm really down for that. You
What's
guys
your
gonna
blood
get
type?
skin grafts from me? I have no fucking clue. It's really bad.
Me neither. I hope you're a universal donor.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so communication's important. Like, why the fuck wouldn't it be? Jesus fucking
Right.
Christ, people.
That's one of the things I bring up quick, along with my limits and everything, along with me hoping that they tell me that they were into some shit that I wouldn't be into early. I also let it be known that like I'm not going to be frivolous about this. Communication and trust is the absolute most important setting agent of a foundation for a relationship. So,
well, yeah, it doesn't even happen if those on the table. It's like, fuck, I'm not dealing with that.
Verbal and nonverbal communication important.
Yeah.
Smile and wave, boys.
That
it
can be important.
It also
Better questions, Mel.
it segues right into the very next question, which if you have solid communication, there should be no such thing as sexual taboo.
Oh yeah. All right. So someone asked.
What if she wants you to shit on her chest?
Let's get into it.
I mean,
Yeah. Let's read the question.
All right. So someone asked how to approach taboo sexual topics with your partner.
It's taboo.
This
It's not
turns me
taboo.
on.
Taboo.
Start with the weirdest one. Start with the weirdest one, in my opinion.
And then work back.
Yeah, after I told my wife I have a roster of women I go through, everything's gravy after. Like, hey,
yeah, I can imagine.
Let's try pouring wax on you. All right, cool, no sweat. Like, whatever. Like we've gone through weirder paths before.
Yeah, I can't
Start
beat
with the
that.
weirdest one.
I'm uncomfortable.
Take off your clothes. That'll help.
I'm already fucking butt ass naked.
Oh,
you all were warned.
No pics, no proof.
It's like 70 degrees in what state am I in? South Carolina? Yeah.
It's 7 degrees where I am right now.
Yeah, it's like it just got done snowing a foot.
It's warm. It's warm here. I'm hot. I don't run my heat in the winter. I just burn wood if I'm cold. So I don't run the climate control at all, and I'm determined to not turn the air conditioner on in January.
In January, yeah.
That was a tangent. Anyway,
I was gonna say I really don't.
Yeah.
So, anyone else? How to approach it?
What are we on?
I mean,
Taboo sexual topics.
sometimes I just bring it up as a joke all the time, and then
Yep.
she said,
You know what? That's a good way to do it. That's how I brought it up.
That is genuinely a good way to do it.
just like, is this really a joke? And then you go, no.
No, it was never a joke, silly woman.
You know what? As funny as that is, and as contrary to my talkings about how important being upfront is, that's a good way to do it. If you're into weird shit,
joke about it.
The woman I'm talking to right now, I expressed the weird shit that I'm into almost immediately as a joke. Continued to joke about it until she was like, "I don't think you're joking," and I said, "I never was." I just said I never was because I never told her I was joking.
Yeah,
I just said the things in a humorous manner.
No, I said it like a joke.
Yeah, I
but
said
it
the things
wasn't.
in a humorous manner. You thought they were funny. That's fine. I wasn't kidding.
You know what? That's
said
the
LOL
most.
after.
Yeah,
LMAO. Yeah.
I mean, if you just have a good communication in the sense where you don't judge each other for things that you enjoy, like my wife does shit that I would never enjoy, but I still do it because I enjoy
like pegging
with them. No, I wasn't even talking about sex stuff.
You really set yourself up for failure there. That was
Hey,
close.
as far as I'm concerned, it's not as bad as Triple F's thing, so it's all good.
Oh, man.
What?
If you're into pegging, more power to you, man.
Oh god. All right. I think this is actually a really important point for any if women want to try and learn anything from us. I mean, God help you, but
bro, why would anybody try to learn anything?
No. If you can learn one thing about men and how we work in a relationship, it's that basically we deal with most issues with humor.
Yeah.
Almost every issue is initially dealt with humor because we're like, oh fuck, I'm in trouble. Or I fucked this up a little bit. Isn't it funny? Rather than, hey honey, I I fucked all of
I
this
fucked
up.
your sister.
Yeah.
My wife's
Funny
friend's
story about
mom
your
went
sister.
into a coma, and I laughed about it.
You
She wasn't happy.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah, I
funny.
can imagine
Yeah.
her not.
But I
being
laughed.
But I still laughed.
No, this is
That's how I
why
deal with it.
this is why the foundation of communication and trust is important, because you shouldn't be uncomfortable about what you're into. To be honest, if I'm going to be honest about and
Well,
sincere,
if you're good at communication, yeah, it shouldn't even be a fucking issue. It should
yeah.
be like, it'd be like, oh, all right.
Also, if you're into some really freaky shit,
freaky shit, your brother already knows that you're into some freaky shit. You'll work into that stuff. Like it's not.
But
like
if she's not into it, if she's really, really vanilla and unwilling to be your freaky piece there, then that goes back to question 1, and y'all shouldn't be interested in each other. If she's only going to be into missionary like Rebs, then you probably shouldn't be with her.
Divorce her.
He's a Mormon.
You don't. Hey! Just because I was a missionary, don't mean anything.
Hey, we have 3.
It's in the name. It's in the name.
Oh.
Dude,
Right.
Thank God my wife's sister is ugly. Jesus, I'm a weak man.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
I
don't really. I don't know what to do with that one, but I like the energy. All right. So this one we've kind of touched on, but I don't know. Maybe we can go a bit more hardcore with it. Biggest first red date flag, and I say it's kind of like the last one because it's like what is the least attractive thing a partner can say, but like outside of things they say, if you just like, I don't know, something you get from them. Otherwise,
if you're rude to a waitress.
Yeah, you beat me to it. If dudes, if you act like a fucking dick to the waitress, like you're fucking you're trash.
Trash,
bro.
Get out of
If
here.
they work for the ATF, big red flag.
If you don't understand something simple like the concept of tipping or how to parallel park or something like that, that's gross.
I got one that you guys are gonna hate.
Not religious.
Not Mormon.
Not religious, but you'll think it's creepy religious. So
they don't wear the special underwear.
No, if a girl kisses me on the first date, red flag.
What?
Yep.
No, I mean,
I've never ever been kissed by a girl on the first date and it didn't end up horribly.
I try to fuck her in the ass on the first date.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You guys will think it's weird, but for me, every single time.
You're a man of God. I can't blame you.
Yeah. Kissing, I can't even look at their ankles.
The one Mormon girl I was involved with was a complete slut, though. So
I think that might be.
I think you're a bit of an outlier.
Kind of like the preacher's daughter mentality, you know.
I was about to convert to Mormonism just so I could.
That's not
full-fledged go for it.
Idea, but yeah.
Hey.
Kind of goes back to the idea thing. If you change for a woman, especially something like that, never gonna work out.
It's not like I would ever take it seriously.
Hey, what if you wanted you to?
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah, it would just be for the optics of it.
Still, never works. I've seen it happen many times.
Me and my wife banged on the first date.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Me and my future wife are gonna bang on the first date. I tell you that. If she's not, I'm not gonna try to marry her.
See, you think I'm whack though? First,
well, it's because I like to think that it's me being good at getting through to her as opposed to her being loose with giving it up to me.
Okay.
You have to. Yeah, I mean, there is signals for both.
Words.
Yeah, if it's one or the other, definitely. Either she's bad at filtering, or you're just really good at selecting. You have to be good at selecting.
I saw that meme too recently.
There's a meme?
Well, sometimes you just have some animal energy between the two of you.
And sometimes it's good.
And sometimes it works out.
BR, did you fuck on the first date?
Second.
Damn.
Our first date was a lunch date.
I fucked mid-afternoon.
we had shit to do, unfortunately. Second date,
Were you
though.
parked on the street?
I was classy, all right. It was midday. It was like a nice fucking river.
It goes 2 hours.
The whole time he was just picturing him tearing his ass
Midday
up.
when you go, 2 minutes, but
I got class out the ass, all right. Fuck you.
Yeah, you got class. You got a British accent. That's like +2 on class automatically.
Yeah, like
in America, that gets you laid.
yeah. Otherwise, I'm a hick. But the accent, I sound fancy.
True.
Or unless Anglo's there talking with his accent, then you're a total hick.
Yeah, you're smoked.
Oh yeah, you're a.
But yeah,
you're
by
a
yourself?
piece of- You're the American equivalent of white trash if Anglo's talking next to you.
Speaking of Anglo, where is he?
Little fuckhead, busy with his Kiwi.
Kiwi.
That's a woman from New Zealand.
Oh.
Like,
don't fucking know.
yeah,
I thought that was a bird.
He's above.
And it's a weird sexual thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah,
please
he likes to.
elaborate.
As far as I know, she's very furry, like a kiwi, the fruit, and so he
Oh,
likes to call
on
her
the-
his
on the
little
outside.
kiwi. Yeah.
Ah.
Pull up Anglo.
She got a lot of body hair.
Good for him.
She's also really round, doesn't have any limbs.
And she's green on the inside.
Is he like microwaving a kiwi in the microwave? Like, is that what I mean?
Oh, you know what? That actually might genuinely be what Anglo's girlfriend is. He just microwaves a kiwi, and sticks it in an American pie style.
I believe I've heard her talk. I believe I've heard her talk. I'm pretty sure it is a real woman. I know nothing about what she looks like though.
Might
Anglo's
be a kiwi.
pretty cool though. I'd imagine she was pretty cute.
No, to be
Yeah,
fair,
he's
like
a sexy bitch.
yeah, not quite Gramps sexy, like nowhere near.
No,
but
well, he's got that English accent.
The English
though,
accent.
Yeah, but he's in England though.
Different categories.
He's still there.
Oh
So
yeah, he's still in England, so it don't count for nothing.
There's nothing special. And he had to go for a foreigner, so that might tell you something.
Ooh, true.
I mean,
not that that's bad. Oh
Well,
shit! All right.
Well, when you're
I
in
mean-
Europe, foreign girls are kind of just like they're not really foreign. Like it's just kind of a thing.
Well, she's from New
He's in
Zealand.
England. He's not. Yeah,
Well,
he's not
where
in like
he's at,
mainland Europe. He's on an
They probably
island.
think his
They're a
girlfriend's
little more.
trash because of
True.
her accent.
Different.
nah, keep so like. I don't know,
I
they
did
come
the
from
long
better
distance
island
thing with
than
the girl
us.
from New Zealand.
Really?
Was she a
That's
missionary?
that's long distance.
That's about as long distance as it gets.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Separate hemispheres. Actually, two different.
I mean, it
hemispheres.
wasn't like we were like really a thing, but we
You're like, I was talking to this girl on the moon, but I felt it was too far away.
talked to
Showed
each
her your
other
wiener, is what you're saying?
for a while. Anyways, so yeah.
Where'd you meet her?
Oh my god.
The internet. Tinder's a wonderful. Well, I guess it wasn't Tinder. I don't want to say anything now. I'm awkward.
The grinder.
No, there's a Mormon version of Tinder.
What's it called? I must know.
Like Christian
You
mingle,
should- oh,
Mormon
that's
mingle.
boring. Woman mingle.
No.
It's called mutual.
Yeah, mutual. I think.
That's actually like a really unembarrassing okay name.
It's actually a better app than Tinder in my opinion. But you can set that location unlimited.
Yeah, of course. For the guy who doesn't want to kiss on the first date.
Hey, I met plenty of women on there that did not care about that part.
Oh god.
No, it's you that cares about that.
More of Guns' Mormons.
Yeah. Yep. Same with that New Zealand chick.
Oh damn. But you were like, no, stay away from me, thought.
I wish I was that strong.
Stay
thought.
Stay thousands of miles away from me, thought.
Yeah. Stay away. No, I get a lot of unsolicited photos from women a lot.
Me too. It happens so often. I had to make a meme about it.
Like,
I think that's the strangest. I love that someone
your
looks
wife
at
loves
Guns'
that.
meme
No, I
accounts
mean,
about like.
Ever since I got married, it hasn't happened quite as often.
BR, you know, because I've sent you screenshots of conversations with random followers that just send me random things.
I believe you. I do not understand why it happens.
I don't either, but I'm not complaining.
You got that crazy.
It's
girl
got that energy.
accent.
I
Yeah.
got dick pics before, if that counts.
I got dick pics. My
That's
favorite
That counts.
of cosplaying as a woman.
My favorite was a completely unsolicited picture of some titties. And I was like, that's cool. And she just said, I just wanted to show my gratitude for your memes. And I said, you know what? I'm doing everything right. I can't complain about I can't complain about anything that's going on in my life right now. This is all
I
right.
literally thought you were joking when you first told me about this. I was like, yeah, fuck off. And you were like, no,
Nope.
seriously.
I got the screenshots.
Well, the conversation, I was like, wow, these power to your followers, but they're fucking nuts.
My favorite unsolicited pic. Somebody messaged me, and you have to accept it, so you can only see
Yeah, a gray box, and you're like,
So
this is gonna be like a beheaded child or some shit. A dick.
Yeah, it was some guy that's like, "Hey, is this mask good?" And then there was a preview, so I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll accept this." I accept it. Dick pic.
It's a penis.
No relation to the question. The question was just like, "Hey, is this mask good?" Dick.
That's how you get it.
Oh, okay,
You should.
cool.
Did you tell
That
him
is how
no?
you do it.
Were you like, nah, this sucks?
I mean, it was a good mask. It was an M50, but I rated the dick like 2 out of 10.
Nah.
Yeah, a little too hairy for me.
Didn't have good cocksmanship.
No, it didn't groom well.
Please say
I
it
care
wasn't
about
just
grooming.
a flaccid one too.
It was in that stage where it was like, half.
Why do guys send stuff like that?
I think because they think that women will think it's soft and be like, "Wow, he has a gigantic dick. I can't imagine it hard."
Women
when really,
don't want to see soft wieners though.
yeah, but I think that's their logic with it.
Guys are
You'd be surprised.
Like if I send like a half hard, but it still kind of looks soft,
And they're like, "Dang,
yeah,
I can see that."
They're
I
like,
guess.
"Dang, like, wait for this to fucking grow,"
The imagination.
It's true.
Like that.
It's kind of like the
I only talk about how small my penis is.
Okay, I have a small penis too.
It's not funny to talk about how you have a big penis at all.
That's true.
And also, nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
talk about having a small penis, and then when they see the real thing, if they're graced with that, they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, my wife just lies to me to make me.
He
feel
was
better.
right.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, I just actually have a small penis, so like when
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
they
Like,
find
they'll
out,
see it in real
they're
life, and they'll be like, "Oh,
okay,
he wasn't kidding."
Maybe it's a little smaller than I thought, but it's still,
Get the job done.
no expectations are broken.
You think women actually care?
If a 3-inch credit card can bring her pleasure, so can my 3-inch penis.
I don't know.
Like as long as it's not like extremely small, do you think they really care?
I don't know.
Yeah, I absolutely. I think I don't think it needs to be as big as the insecure male thinks it needs to be, but I do think it matters. And I'm sorry to say that.
I think
Small
as
penis
long-
brothers, I'm sorry to say it.
As long as you're willing to do other stuff, I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you're willing to put in the work.
Getting your back blown out by a sufficient penis is not the same as getting your pussy eaten, from what I've been told.
Oh, I don't doubt it, but
Valentine's Day crossover episode where we ask the hard question.
So yeah.
But if you're in a committed relationship,
if your penis is too small for that, if your penis is too small, I suggest you go do some surgery about it or something.
Oh my god,
that doesn't help.
There's a lid for every pot.
True.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Is there another question?
yes, there is guns.
Thank you.
All right. Final question.
Bring it in. I'm fucking breaking a sweat over here. Whew.
Final question. All right. What exactly does compromise mean in a relationship? I'll answer that right off the bat. No one's happy.
Damn, that's a dark view.
No.
I think a lot of people misconstrue. Man, I'm really drunk. A lot of people misconstrue. That's a word, right?
Means.
Yeah. What compromise means, because a lot of the more manipulative person in the partnership will be like, "You need to compromise," which means you need to do what I want you to do, and I'm not going to take what you want to do into account.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Just because that establishes that does not mean that you're manipulative, but move forward.
Well, if they're saying to compromise, I think that's exactly what it means, because that's not what compromise means. But I've seen that firsthand more often than I'd like to admit. If a partner is saying we need to compromise, and then what the compromise that they're listing is what they want to happen, and none of the aspects of what I want to happen, that is definitely manipulative.
Yes, that in that particular instance, 100%. But I didn't catch it in the full context. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
No, that's what I was saying. Because I think a lot of times when somebody says you need to compromise, that's what they mean.
Yeah, what they really mean is you need to agree with the shit that I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's a toxic partner. That's a toxic practice. But
Yeah,
I mean, everybody knows what compromise actually means. It means
well,
if
let's
you all
also-
both want different things, you find common ground. It's not one of you capitulates to the other's desires and then nothing happens for you in return. That's not compromise.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, what do the married people think?
All right, to me, compromise is
Let me grill.
doing something that will make them happy that you wouldn't necessarily want to do, but it's not like hurting you or anything, and you're not like compromising your principles or anything. Like,
Yeah.
You need to figure the stuff that you'll die on a hill for, like the things that are must have. And if you're not okay with this, then I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Like find a couple things that you will die on a hill for, and then the rest find some common ground. I agree. And if if they ask too much, you have to recognize that. You have to understand what's toxic when you see it.
I think it comes down to respect too. Like if you respect your partner enough on both sides, whether you're asking for a compromise or compromising with them, like kind of are like, okay, like that's fair enough. It's not just me in this relationship. We don't only do the things that make me happy. We can do the things that make you happy,
Yeah,
and in turn, making your partner
sometimes-
happy should make you happy.
Sometimes it's like going out with their friends, even though you know you're probably not going to have a good time.
Yeah.
But it's just, it'll make them happy if I go out. And you know what? I'm probably not doing much anyways, except sitting around watching TV. So, you know what? I'll go out with you and your friends. I'll laugh at their crappy jokes, and I'll get through the night.
God, women are so unfunny. It's hard to pretend like they're funny.
Oh.
When I'm hanging out with a girl's girlfriends and they're like, they all think that each the other is hilarious and they're constantly laughing. And if I wasn't in that mindset, I would never laugh.
Maybe they're just not funny to us.
True.
It's
Yeah, I
like we're
guess.
not funny to them.
Yeah, I've had this. No, that we are funny to them. That's the only reason they like us, because we're pretty insufferable. Other than that, but I've had this conversation with women, and they're like, "No, it's funny to me. It's just not funny to you. You're also funny to me, but you don't think we are funny to you." And I was like, "Yeah, you're not funny to me, but you
That is
try."
a hard conversation.
Yeah.
My wife makes me laugh sometimes.
Funny women are rare. It's bad to say, but it's true. I mean,
if you do find a funny woman and she's hot, dude, buy a ring.
I mean, if she's funny, I think there's a difference between like being funny with her friends. Like you're not gonna think the things that her and her friends find funny.
That's true.
But if it's you
yeah.
and if it's you and her, like
When she's sending you memes that are like genuinely terrible, then I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, but me and my wife, we don't have the same sense of humor, but it's got a real good overlap. Like we can laugh at the same stuff.
I bet your kids are funny though. I know your kids are funny. You've told me stories.
They can be.
Resid's having a good week.
Podcast?
No, they don't want to hear me talk any more than they have to.
Thank fuck. Oh god, that.
Oh jeez.
Dad
I didn't even consider
They
that.
fucking run up to their room. They're like, "Oh shit!" They like know about what time I'm getting off work.
Oh.
I always wonder if my kid, like, if I'm still doing the Instagram thing in like 5 or 10, probably 10 years because they're not even born yet. They'll be like 10, I think. I don't fucking know. I always think like maybe my Instagram will still be up. I just don't use it, and they find it. Are they gonna think I'm funny? Are they gonna think
Probably
like
in 10 years? Probably not.
Your kids almost never think you're
Dude,
funny.
think about
when they're young, they
2000.
do,
Yeah.
and when they become teenagers, they never think you're funny.
Think about 2011 memes right now.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's
No,
that's
you're
the
right.
equivalent of what your kid is going to see when they're
Damn
10.
it.
We're gonna be fucking boomers or what, like
It's
whatever.
not going to be funny at all.
It's not even that. It's just different generations. Like
Yeah.
I've seen some of the memes they enjoy, and I'm like, these are stupid as shit. They're like the
Yo.
dumbest jokes about anime, and I'm like, and they don't like mine because they don't care about politics.
Anybody ever think about how generations are getting smaller?
Smaller?
What? Well, like shorter?
Yeah, because things change so fast that like people born 15 years ago are not at all the same as people born 5 years ago, but that's only a 10-year difference. But like they're going to be completely different.
I retarded ass was thinking like physically shorter.
You really fucked
I
up.
was
I was
like,
like, are they becoming
don't know.
midgets? And I didn't notice.
No.
Well, no,
I
that's actually a thing outside of like the Norwegian countries. The Norwegian countries keep getting taller, and the rest of the world keeps getting shorter.
Yeah, that's not.
They will
Well,
one day conquer us.
I see a lot of people that are taller than both of their parents. I'm taller than both of my parents. My
That's just them
two-
shrinking with old age, isn't it?
no,
Must be
two
nice
out
to
of
have a
two
family.
out of my two out of their 3 kids are taller than both parents. So, like, and that happens a lot. So, but that's not what I was talking about anyway. Y'all got me drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all got me talking a fool. The thing I wanted to talk about, which has nothing to do with the podcast, is
Great.
how when things are advancing so quickly that, like, I don't know, the boomers were born for like 20 years, right? It was like 1945 to like 1965 or something, wasn't it?
I don't fucking know.
And then you had Gen X, which was also more than a decade, and then the millennials, and now Gen Z, and then like, but things change so quickly that the generational culture is going to change a lot faster than it used to.
Yeah.
Because society is not going to be even remotely the same 20 years from now than it is now. So the generational gaps are going to eventually be like 5 to 10 years apart as opposed to a couple decades.
I wonder if my kid's generation is going to be like soft-bodied as shit.
It's up to you.
Well, they're Americans, so
No, not
I
like
want-
my kid specifically. I'm talking like
No,
the generation.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I wonder if there's going to be like a stomping on the brakes, like a reaction from all of
Yeah.
this kind of cultural awareness of people getting softer. I wonder if
I
there's
mean,
going to be
it's all up to the parents.
because you had the
well, we're entering like
Are we entering the
communism,
hard
so
times?
no one's gonna eat. So
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, are we entering the hard times where it makes hard men? Like, is that
yes,
the phase that we're
Yeah, I
going
think
into?
so.
Yep.
So I'm the soft-bodied one. And my kid's gonna be just hard-bodied as fuck.
You'd be like, Dad, come out and help me cut wood. Quit being a pussy. I'm 86.
But you got PTSD from the war in Afghanistan?
Yeah. Ooh.
I got PTSD from having to kill an entire family just to eat this week.
I don't even have PTSD, Dad.
That's
Yeah,
just
I
life.
did it with a smile
your
on my
kid has a
face.
chance of still getting PTSD in Afghanistan.
No.
Yeah, I know
fuck.
that's very true. Very true.
Well,
Like,
we're-
I really hope my kid doesn't want to go into the military.
Oh man.
Teach
Like-
them to not want to.
Yeah, but I don't want to constantly tell them something like, don't join the military. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Because
do
I
it.
was a kid, my family would tell me not to do shit, and I was a scumbag, and I'd be like, no, I'm going to do it now.
Nah, just put your opinion out there, but like, don't. I mean, you know, your body,
Yeah,
your life,
don't
and like,
forbid them for it.
yeah, that's the worst
Tell
fucking
them,
thing
dude,
you can
it's
do.
horrible. Like, you don't want to do that. Like, I am with my kids with drugs. Like, I don't think my kids are going to be heroin addicts because I'll tell them, hey, dude, all drugs should be legal, but you don't want to do fucking heroin. That's stupid as shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to see some pictures of heroin addicts? Let's laugh at them online. Like, you don't want to be like this. Like, you want to smoke crack? Look at this bitch.
Let's look at some pictures of some boots. You want to look like this bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this guy, shaved head, little bitch.
Show them all.
No,
that
and part of it's just telling them the truth. Like,
Hey, do we want to wrap up this podcast so we can talk about things off air?
Yeah, I think it's still relevant, but do you want to let's like hit this question and we'll end it, and then we can.
I thought we already did hit this
I thought we
question.
were past it.
Yeah.
Well,
if you got something to wrap up on it, wrap up on it.
Well, I mean, what
basically,
exactly?
man, all women are not queens. Some of them are just thoughts, and the ones that are thoughts, you need to ignore.
Don't be a
It's
simp.
one of those. If they think they're a queen, they're probably not.
Correct. You need to find a
Mockingbird,
woman
though.
who absolutely hates herself.
Oh my god.
No.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That's going to cause a lot of problems.
No, like
I've been there.
No, find a woman who hates their dad. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yes.
That's true. That's true.
Become
Hey.
daddy.
If there ain't no daddy issues, I won't even bother.
Oh my.
And then find another one because that one's insane.
Yeah.
and it's probably not going to work out great.
If she
And a
hates
woman
her
with
dad,
higher
she bites,
goals.
and I dig it.
You need to find a one with daddy issues who learned how to cope.
Cool.
And one who has bigger goals and ambitions than
You can't
do.
find one with daddy issues that never got past it. But one with daddy issues that learned how to cope, ideal. Very eager to please.
But have that shit sorted out.
Right.
Why do I understand you? That's awful. Fuck.
Can't wait for my wife to listen to this and just be mad at me.
What'd you say, Z-Bone?
That I can't wait for my wife to listen to this and be mad at me.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Your wife
really,
listens to your podcasts?
Well, I'm really self-conscious about my voice, but I can't resist listening to podcasts that I've been on just to hear what I sound like.
I
make sure
used
don't do
to,
anything
but then it was
retarded.
like, watching sausage being made.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta stop doing this. This is
Well, my
bad for
wife
my
will
mental
listen.
health.
She'll listen with me. I just got to make sure I don't say anything stupid.
think
Speaking
my-
of saying something stupid, do we want to guns? We can wrap up and then you can fucking babble.
Jesus. Okay.
All right. Do we
Hey,
want to end
thanks.
with guns?
What?
Shut the fuck up.
I
Can
thought
we
you
like,
said my name as if I was supposed to do something. I don't know.
This is why he's
Trying
making
to-
his own podcast.
so I have to wrangle cats. So I have to wrangle cats.
I don't blame
Go
him at
off.
all.
Go off, I guess.
No. Steven, the thing is, I'm going to be doing that podcast and this. It's not less work.
I'm sure I'll be a frequent guest on the other one too. It's not like
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna let him.
At least
I'm not
you'll
gonna
be
let
able
him
to say
rest.
what you want without being interrupted by us.
No, I'll be there to interrupt him as often as I
Uh,
can.
all
As
right.
often as he lets me, I'll be like, yeah, I'll come on.
No, you're right, and I already hate myself for it. But do we want to wrap up with one like little bit of advice for dating in general, relationship, sex, whatever the fuck you want?
A
from
shaved
each of us?
vagina is a busy vagina. Grass does not grow on a busy road. Don't let these thoughts fool you.
Damn, I think you're the perfect amount of drunken high.
Well said.
Also, I said 3 different words before I got to the one I wanted. Also, why are you that worried about optics of your vagina? Let's be realistic. Let's be comfortable here.
Well, no. I'd say whatever. With personal agreement, do whatever's fucking comfortable for you. Don't do it because of someone's preference, unless they're like. Because if you have to, I don't know. Like
Unless you're just accommodating to kinks, I don't know. A shaved puss might really be something for you. I don't know. It all goes back to communication. But I mean, generally, shaved puss means she's a whore.
Jesus fucking Christ.
the guy's portion of this podcast, Mel's gonna fucking like quit again.
I wonder how many of those girls shave.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I don't mean
All right.
most of the things I say.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
I have a real one.
All right, please take it away.
Okay. If you can't learn to be happy with yourself, you're not going to be happy when you find someone.
Gay.
It's true.
No, fuck that. I was actually gonna say something in that vein, and I
So
still
true,
might.
bro.
So fuck it.
So true.
It is.
Yeah. I got one. Learn to be able to disagree without
Yes.
hating each other.
Yeah, like if you can't fucking be like, if you can't sit down and be like, yeah, we're not gonna agree on this, and then a lot of people can take that as like, oh, I guess we're not gonna work out then, if they're still kind of childish. But if you're like, yeah, sometimes we just will have different opinions.
As soon as they say, I guess we're not going to work out, the only thing out of your mouth should be, I guess you're fucking right.
No, that is like if people just say that as leverage, they're fucking psychos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
True.
I'll say that in any circumstance.
Don't
Like,
let
it
them
doesn't
manipulate
matter.
you. Let them embarrass themselves and come crawling back to you.
Don't be a simp. Don't send dick pics. Leave Carrie Wedler alone.
Please leave Mary alone.
Please.
She's a really nice lady.
Simp.
If she's got a tongue piercing, you know what it's there for.
Look at you trying to White knight for Carrie.
Fuck.
Don't waste your time with this shit. Just buy an Xbox and a PlayStation and live in your parents' basement.
Both, but build a PC.
No, get an Xbox and play with the boys.
Xbox, yeah.
Play with the boys.
Build a PC and play with the superior boys.
Speaking of, when are we playing next, boys?
Buy a sex doll. Name her what you want.
Harriet Tubman.
I haven't played in a while.
Fuck.
We haven't. We need to step it up.
It's been like 2 weeks, I think.
I got my last ramble.
Another fortune cookie? All right, let's go.
Another fuck you. Know what you're about. Know what you want to do in life, and I mean, obviously, don't be fucking uncompromising to the extreme. But like you're not gonna get exactly what you want every fucking time in a relationship, and they're not gonna get exactly what they want every time in a relationship. So like, you gotta have fucking negotiation skills.
It's unrealistic to expect perfection in any endeavor.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are really fucking autistic. Like in our like instant gratification society, everyone gets depressed because they can't find exactly what they want, quote unquote. And so it's like, yeah, you're not gonna. Not everything comes like in fucking perfect packaging and when you want it. Most the best relationships most people have are unexpected. You know, they weren't looking for it, and yeah, that's kind of like 2 in 1. Fucking don't kill yourself looking for the one, because you'll find her when you're most comfortable with yourself.
Because she doesn't exist. You're going to die alone, like the rest of us.
There you go. That is the second half of that statement. So yeah, happy Valentine's, guys. whether you're alone,
couldn't be better. Craig out.
Dating or in a relationship. Yeah.
Don't get fat until you get married.
There you go. Yeah. Make sure you're acceptable until someone has accepted you for all your faults, and then stack on more.
There you go.
grow those man tits out. And don't run.
That either.
No. Oh man, God help our listeners. Thanks for listening, guys. This has been our second Valentine's episode, and I hope I hope you've learned something from the women, and were entertained by us.
Yeah, you're probably not learning shit from us.
Learning what not to do, which is sometimes just as important.
Guns probably isn't sexist, regardless of what you think after this.
Probably not.
Yes, I am.
Okay, he is.